This is Amanda with Carolina Pottery in Smithfield, and I am here today to bring you another wreath class. And today we're going to be working on a tobacco basket. So we're going to have a tobacco basket we're going to be working with. We are going to be adding some lemon picks, and we have got a lemon themed ribbon. And for option B, there is a choice of pineapple with the pineapple ribbon. Okay, so first thing we're going to do is we're going to take our lemon pick, and I like to first just kind of spread it out. I like to touch every limb, every leaf, kind of just bring some life to it so it's not so packaged and squished looking. And all of this is on the wire, so it makes it really good for fluffing. And you can bring your lemon forward a little bit, and you can always go back later and adjust it. So with these, you kind of figure out where you might like to put them in your basket. We're going to put them together. I kind of put one a little lower than the other one, and try not to drop them. And then you're going to figure out about where you want to put it in the basket. So I would say about right in there. We're going to do it off to the side a little bit, because we're going to be placing our bow right up in the left-hand corner. So where the stems are at, I noticed where my hand was. So we're going to have to cut our stem and shorten it. And they get kind of thicker up closer to the greenery parts, so you might have to work at it a little bit. And I have my floral wire here. Get a couple pieces of that. And first thing I'm going to do is put them together like we had. And up in here, above the lemons, or somewhere along the stem, I like to take and just join them together. It makes it easier for putting it into the basket. So I just kind of go around both of the stems, go to the back, and we're going to twist that. You can take your wire cutters, cut that off. And remember, like I told you when we do the wreaths, where you cut that wire off, you're going to want to bend it. So if it gets in behind the back of the basket, it doesn't scratch your wall. So we're going to set the lemons down in there. And I would like to go, I think I'm going to put another floral wire right down here at the bottom. Just want to come on loose. And I'm going to leave this one because I'm going to stick it through the tobacco basket to help put this in there. But what I'm going to try to do is I'm going to take these stems, and where our cross is on the wood in the tobacco basket, I'm going to try to work these back behind it so that you can't see it when you put them in the basket. And kind of hold it right there so you don't see them. Then your wire, just feed it through the cracks. I know it's hard to see. Here. There you go. So we got those pulled through. I'm just going to kind of pull them kind of tight. Make sure this is back behind your wood. And it's flopping, but we're going to go back in and put some more wire in it. We're just wanting to get it secured in the bottom. So we're going to tighten that wire. And you don't want to do it too tight because it will crack the wood. We're going to take another floral wire. we're going to go back up around where we were at earlier. Wrap it around these stems. Feed it around to the back. We want to make sure we went not in between both of them like I just did, because it's going to fall right through. There. And then we're going to tie that tight. I would twist it about 2 or 3 times. Then we can cut the extra wire off. I'm just going to bend that wire back into the hole so that I don't get anything scratched. That kind of secures your lemons for you. It's in there pretty good. If it's not right where you want it, you can adjust it and just move it around, take those wires out, put them back in, tighten it back up. When we get the lemons in, we tucked them in kind of behind that little strip there, so it kind of hides that. We're going to hold it, and I'm going to try to hold this to where you can see. We're going to take our leftover wire and we're going to feed it through the cracks to the back. Feed that one to the back. This is real life. It does pop out. All right. Now that we've got it in the back, we've got it where we want it. We're going to secure this by tying it. You twist the basket a couple times. It makes that twist a little bit tighter. We're going to cut our wire. Lay that down. Then I'm going to go in with yet another wire and put toward the middle. And I'm feeding it through the back like we've done before. Right there. We're going to go around the stem, lift that up to get back there. Grab our wires. We're going to pull them tight, and we're going to twist. We're going to twist 2 or 3 times, and then I finish it off by twisting the basket just to make it tighter. We're going to cut those wires off. Fold those in. And now your lemons are in your basket, and you got a pretty good hold there. If it's not as good as you would like, you can always go in with another wire and put it in there and just put you a couple extra pieces in to secure it. Okay, we're going to set that to the side. Now we're going to work on our bow. So I've got my little measuring device here. We're going to go out. I measured the ribbons for the loops at 22 inches. So we're going to take our ribbon. We're going to measure it out, cut it at 22 inches. And for this particular bow, I did 7 strips. And I also went ahead and cut them beforehand, just for time's sake. So I have got my 7 right here. I set the measuring tape measure over here. And then I am going to go through and I am going to dovetail the ribbons. And what we do is we just take them and I've got two back to back, so I can do two at one time. We're gonna take it and we're gonna fold it in half to the back. Take our scissors and we're gonna cut at that spine. We're gonna cut at a diagonal. And that gives you the cute little dovetail that they talk about, or that you see. Same thing, just fold it, cut at the fold, go up, and we're just going to go through and do that to every one of our ribbons. I always like to do these before rather than after, because it makes, to me, it's easier just to go ahead and do it ahead of time. Got one more. The bow is what we have done before. If you have been with us in the class before, it's the funky bow. And what we're going to do is take our loops, our ribbon, and we're going to just make loops. You go down about 4 inches. You're going to pinch. Take that back ribbon and you're going to just turn it forward so that the pretty side is facing front. We're going to do the same thing with the next one. You can hold it up for good measure. Then just flip it upside down. So it's going in the opposite direction. You're going to pinch. You're going to fold that ribbon to get that side, both of the pretty sides facing forward. And we're basically going to do the same thing all the way through. Just repeating ourselves. From one direction to the other. You're going to hold your ribbons, and I hold mine in between my thumb and my pointer finger, and as you put them in there, they're going to kind of go back in to this area of your fingers. The fuller the bow gets. I'm going to flip this one upside down. And I always kind of pull my loops up, just so we got them going forward. Turn that tail around. And the tails might turn back around, and that's okay. We'll go back and adjust them once we put the bow in. I'm going to put that one in. And it's just repeating yourself all the way through. So you're going to have 3 going up, 4 going down, or either 4 going down and 3 up. Depends on how you start it. Looks like a mess right now, but we're going to work with it. It'll all come together. So I like to pluck those out while I'm holding it in my hand. Then we're going to take a floral wire. And I'm going to push these back so you can see. I'm going to put the floral wire about halfway back behind my thumb. Then I'm going to take it and I'm going to lift my finger and I'm going to pull that back. And then I'm going to take this one and I'm going to pull it around up under there so that I have both of my wires in the back. You're going to take it, you're going to pull on them, use your hand as a resistance and twist. And I twist about 3 or 4 times to make it secure. And if you do your bow, if you twist by your bow, there again it makes a tighter twist, a tighter knot than if you twist with just the ribbon. At this time you can drop your bow and rest your hands. Okay, now with the wire that we used to tie our bow, that's the wire I'm going to use to tie this into the basket, but not before I put the tail in. So we're going to take the tail. This is another piece of ribbon, and I cut the tail at 26 inches. As we did with the loops, I'm going to dovetail them. And I noticed you just probably seen what I did. So I only have one ribbon, so I folded it in half. And I'm doing the same thing as earlier. I'm folding it back, and I'm going to do that diagonal cut. And that actually just does both ends at the same time. So we're going to find our halfway point, and we're just going to gather it together. You could take you a full wire just to make it easier, and just tie this in. This is going to be your tails to your bow. Since our bow is going to go right up in here, we're going to want our tails to kind of hang off on the side, right in here. So we're going to feed our wires right there probably, and right there, and then we're going to twist it and tie it. And that's all I'm doing, is twisting it and turning the basket. I'm going to cut that excess off. Fold that back. We've got our tails to the bow. Now we're going to take the wires that we used to tie the bow. We're going to go in, and we're going to put that in like we've been putting everything else in. Kind of look, make sure it's coming out the way you want it and where you want your bow located. So I'm okay with that right there, and I am going to pull hard, but not too hard, because I don't want to break my basket. And I'm going to tie those wires. And I'm going to cut those off. I'm going to fold that in. Then I am going to fluff my bow. And as far as fluffing, you could fluff all day long. Basically, you just keep doing it until you get it the way you like it. Like this tail turned back around, I'm going to twist it back around. The back side of this ribbon is not that bad, so it's got the print showing through, so if it does turn back around, it doesn't look bad at all. And I like to twist these, make sure they're right, lay these down. Fan them out. Get some behind your greenery. Okay. And there is your little lemon basket with your lemon theme bow. And for option B, the pineapple, same exact process, except with the pineapple, it's a canvas. You'll just stick that floral wire through the back of the canvas, twist it into the basket, and add your bow. The bow's cut the same lengths, and you could have the pineapple option. So I hope you've had fun with us here today, and you have a great day, and thank you from Carolina Pottery.